I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say that I think that Tesla is undervaluing the Roadster. So yeah, I think it's a gorgeous car, super high performance, it's extremely impressive, and the cars it's going up against are in the millions of dollars, but Tesla doesn't seem to have that value towards it. Maybe it's because they want it to be, you know, the super fast ultra sports car that more people can afford. You know, 200 grand is not that cheap. In fact, I think it's the most expensive car they've ever made. But still, in grand scheme to the supercars it's competing with, it's gonna do really, really well against them. And I think there's plenty of room for margin for Tesla to actually make quite a bit of profit off the Roadster. You know, it's meant to be the ultimate smackdown to all other gas cars. I get that and everything, but it's not gonna be like a game-changing move for Tesla's future. It's mostly going to be for brand recognition and, you know, bragging rights on TV programs and YouTube channels so that people can say, yep, that one's definitely the fastest. But we all know that's not how cars work. It's mainly just you want your brand and your company to be making some of the fastest, most high-performance cars in the world. That way it improves the image of all the other cars. But yeah, still, there's going to be a much more influential change from Model Y and Model 3 than there is from Roadster. Outside of the performance category, it's not going to change very much, but the thing that really bothered me about how Tesla has handled the Roadster is probably the referral program. I thought it was insane for them to say, all you really need is like 50 referrals and we'll basically give you one for free, because Tesla is okay with YouTubers putting their referral codes in descriptions and bios and everything, and I'm fine with that too. I'm not saying that's bad, but that means that pretty huge YouTube channels with lots of subscribers are able to refer people, and a lot of the time those YouTubers with big subscriber counts or with big incomes, it's like they were gonna buy a Roadster anyway, but then they got enough referrals, now they don't have to buy a Roadster. So it's like giving a free car to, like, millionaires out there. I'm not saying every single person who's getting a free Roadster is a millionaire. I get that. You got people like Andy Sly that are not, you know, ultra insane YouTuber rich or anything, but that's a lot of money Tesla is just kind of giving up, because we know at least the battery pack of the Roadster is twice that of the Model S, and that's going to cost them a lot of money, and we know that the Roadster is going to be an extremely limited production vehicle, so they're not going to be making a lot of these, only 1,000 of the Founder series, and very low volume even after that. So does that pretty much mean like the first Roadsters that they're actually able to bring to production, they have to instantly give away and they don't get to collect any profit off of that? I mean, I'm glad Tesla's doing pretty well in the last couple quarters and they're actually able to turn some profit, but the fact that Tesla has to essentially give away over 80 Roadsters for free means that they basically just gave away over $16 million worth of revenue. Now I get it, you know, you want to reward people who are selling cars to the brand, but there was a lot of people that were just not really buying a Tesla because they watched some YouTuber's video or because someone actually referred them. They were just thinking, oh yeah, before I buy one, I better enter someone's code. That way I get the free supercharging miles. So a lot of them were going to buy a Tesla anyway. They just remembered, oh yeah, use the code, get the free supercharging. In fact, there were a lot of cases of employees at Tesla locations that before people would actually buy the car, they would make sure to tell them, hey, before you place this order, make sure to use this guy's code. In that case, it's not really like a referral. I don't think that if Tesla didn't have the referral program, there wouldn't be as many cars sold. Like, I think the cars sell themselves. You don't need to throw in the credit towards the free Roadster in order for them to be the amazing cars they are. And that's why, of course, they stopped doing the Tesla Roadster referral program, because it was clearly getting out of control. And that's what I mean by undervalued. And given since the last time Tesla went on stage to talk about the Roadster, Elon has since said they're going to have air cannons in the back so that they can actually reach that 1.9 second 0 to 60 speed. That's probably a little bit out of their original budget of making it $200,000, likely for the standard option, which only goes at a measly 2.1 seconds 0 to 60. Yeah, I know, still insanely fast, but my point and my hope, to be honest, is that once the Roadster's officially out and they're actually making production models, you might as well bring up that price a little bit, because a lot of the people buying these cars have insane budgets as it is, and I get it, you know, I'm not trying to dock those of you who got a free Roadster. I'm really happy for you. you. And hey, if someone offered me that car for free, you bet I would say yes. So from a consumer standpoint, it's great. I'm very happy for everybody who got a free one and got enough referrals for some of you to get 2 free Roadsters. Like, that's amazing. That's fantastic. I'm really happy for you. But Tesla as a company, over the past few years, they've spent more money than they've made. So I wouldn't say just 2 quarters of profitability is enough to start saying, yep, we need to, give away $17 million worth of cars. And given this is such a low volume vehicle, I hope Tesla can acknowledge that this should be a high profit margin. Fully admit, I'm not in the market for a Roadster, and I probably never will be, so I'm probably very much talking outside of my jurisdiction. If some of you are in the market for a Roadster, you would be like, no, Tesla doesn't need to raise the price on it. So with that being a preface of, yeah, if I was probably in the market for a Roadster, I wouldn't want it to get more expensive. But from a Tesla business point of view, I think that the profit margin on the Roadster needs to be a lot higher, especially given they want it to have a 200 kilowatt hour battery pack, which is huge. And yeah, Tesla's going to be ramping battery production and stuff like that, but between the super tiny panel gaps on this thing, the air cannons on the back, the plaid triple motor powertrain and everything, not to mention all of the redesigned wiring and the high performance brakes and everything you have to put in a car that's designed to go well over 250 miles an hour, this has some significant advantages over supercars in the millions of dollars. So I'm not saying the Roadster should be millions, I'm just saying there's a lot of potential cash flow you can make because this is such an insanely high performance vehicle that if you charged $250,000 to $300,000 for a Roadster, I bet a lot of people would still find it worth it. It would still be undercutting a lot of competitors. And just look what Tesla did with the Model 3 performance package recently. The amount of control they give people now for drifting access and how much you want to offset the torque of each individual motor. That's just with a dual motor vehicle. Imagine that track mode version 2 on something like the Roadster. It's going to be insane how just the software is going to set the Roadster apart from what other supercars are letting you do. That is, of course, speculation. That's what I do a lot of on my channel. I'm not trying to be just a news channel. I very much a lot of the times want to just speculate on things because I like ideas and spitballing and stuff like that. So my hope is that once the Roadster is available, there will be lots of add-ons and lots of top tier upgrades you can get to this thing that will allow Tesla to have some very high profit margins on this vehicle, because that's what it deserves, given it's just that one car Tesla makes that can go all out with top speed, acceleration, and range. It will probably for a very long time be known as the best range of any electric vehicle available, especially given Franz has said that the production version of the Roadster is actually going to beat the prototype they showcased in 2017. That has a lot of people excited, and when people are this hyped and this excited for a car that is rattling the industry in so many ways, you can charge quite a bit more, and I think they would still deem it as worth it. My point is, if the Tesla Roadster started at $300,000, I don't think anyone would have said it was overpriced, because there's very much not anything else in that electric category that can compete with the performance this can offer at that price point. And hey, Tesla, let's keep on this train of profitability. So if the Roadster can help you with that, I say go for it. But some of you may disagree with me. I totally get that, You shouldn't just be watching YouTubers who agree with you. So if you disagree, but you watched anyway, thank you. We need more people like you on this earth, and feel free to tell me how wrong I am down below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have an excellent day. Take care.